Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be talking about celestial hypogeans on my main account because we've just made it to getting the twins to Supreme Plus and we're about 2 months into this new season. So on this account I've been treating it basically as a free-to-play account, not spending other than like the noble path and the fabled road or whatever at the beginning of the season. Other than that I haven't been purchasing anything. So at the beginning of this season what I did first was I took Cele from Supreme to Supreme Plus with like my leftover resources because I wanted her to be stronger in PvP because of the Paragon changes. But then I started, I actually was saving for a bit, and then when I decided, okay, the twins are looking really dominant, I'm definitely going to be building them up, I started going for them. So I think in this basically 2-month time frame, I've managed to get the twins all the way up to Supreme Plus. When I think about it, it seems kind of strange that it only took, like, in only 2 months we managed to do that. I don't know. I don't think I got great luck on the stellar crystals. Maybe I had a bit of a saving of guild medals and stellar crystals, but I don't think it was that much. And basically now we finally just got, like, literally yesterday, I think we got the twins to Supreme Plus. Okay, and now my account is looking in a really good position. But what I want to talk about is, so for example, you see the celestial hypogeans I have here right now. I actually do have Talene and Scarlita as well, but I don't consider them very important celestial hypogeans. That's why I haven't put them in the hands of resonance. I just want to focus on these three and then the fourth, which is the Harak here. Okay, so we have Fresto Supreme Plus, we have Twins Supreme Plus, we have Reinier Mythic Plus. These are the three celestial hypogeans that if you have even just these three on your account, you're already going to be in an amazing position for Dream Realm. This is going to basically give you the tools to put together a top performing team for pre-endless and post-endless. Right now, there's a bit of an issue because Harak is really dominating in some Dream Realm bosses, but I think that is going to change when we get the Mythic Plus charms. And so Harak has like kind of like a narrow window from like Endless up until Mythic Plus Magic Charm Endless that he's actually dominating. And then after that, and even before that in pre-Endless, he wasn't really used. So that's kind of the thing about Harak. So I want to talk about my plans for the future. What am I going to do and what do I advise for other players, whether you're free to play or light spenders, or even if you're spending, then I'll tell you what you should do as well. Okay, so what I want to first show you guys is my Dream Realm performance. So with these twins, even before getting them to Supreme Plus, every day, it might be because I don't have a very competitive server, but every day this season, I have finished in the top 10 of Dream Realm other than one day. There was one day I remember, and I felt really bad about it. I finished like rank 11, but all other days I have finished in the top 10. Now, I did get the Fabled Pass and like the boosted levels. I'm above VIP 13, so I have the maximum paid instant AFK attempts and free attempts. So like definitely my levels were at the maximum possible. That's probably also another reason. But after I reached level 800, I haven't been doing the paid instant attempts at all. But if you look at my past performance here, rank 9, rank 5, rank 5, rank 5, this is with no Harak. Now, I think if you are in a more competitive server, you are going to be probably kicked out of top 10. Maybe you're going to be down to top 20 if you don't have Harak for this window of where Harak is dominating in the bosses that he's dominating. Because he's not even dominating all of the bosses. If we take a look at all the different monsters here, Lone Gaze, yeah, Harak is the best option. Lucia, he's also the best option. Thalassa, he's not usable. Crystal Beetle, I think he's not, right? I think there's the team revolving around Fresto. Orson, I think Harak is in the top. Powercreep, of course, Harak is in the top. Crazy Shelbrew, Harak is in the top. But like, Harak is not so much high of a score compared to non-Harak teams. It's Snow Stomper, Harak is on the top. Okay, yeah, so it's probably around 5 different boss teams where Harak is the best option as of right now. But that is going to probably change when we get Mythic Plus charms, and like I said, even if you get kicked out of the top 10 for this time period, but you manage to get top 20, and if you have Fresto and the twins, I think it's just better to just sacrifice a bit of your rankings, and maybe just pass on Harak. So, that's really what I want to talk about, what my plan is going forward. I'm not really planning, honestly, on probably ever building Harak, because now I have the twins, I have the Fresto, and I have Reinier at Mythic Plus. These, like Supreme Plus on the twins and Fresto, Mythic Plus on Reinier. After you have these 3 key heroes, in my opinion, you should be saving your guild medals, saving your stellar crystals for the next game-changing meta celestial hypogean hero that comes out. because it's only a matter of time before heroes like Harak are going to get power creep. And also, even as of right now, like we mentioned, Harak has this narrow window where he's actually the best option. And so I'm investing into him just for that. It is nice. It's a luxury, though. It's a luxury that if you can afford it, great. But if you can't afford it, there's no harm in basically passing on it, or very limited harm, right? So that is basically my thoughts. I'm not planning on building Harak. The other mistake that you don't want to make is don't begin buying copies of hero, even if Harak is the fourth best celestial hypogean in my opinion to be building. After I have these three, I should, if nothing else changes, no other meta celestial hypogean is released, then I should be building Harak. But I should not be buying like every time I get 30,000 guild medals, buy a Harak copy. That's really bad, because what can happen is you're investing into this Harak, and you're not even going to be able to use him effectively until he really gets to Supreme Plus. Mythic Plus, he may be usable for Plague Creeper, but for the top boss comps in the other teams, he will have to be Supreme Plus for his maximum potential. If you don't have him as Supreme Plus, it's basically as if you don't have him at all. And so there's no point in building him up unless you have enough resources to all in build them up at the same time. So that's why saving is better. And then you can look in 3 months time, probably when I have enough to take another Celestial Hypogean to Supreme Plus, then I can see the state of the game. There would probably be there's another Celestial Hypogean coming this season, and there will probably be one at the beginning of the next season. And so we'll have 2 more Celestial Hypogeans to compare and look at, is Harak actually better than them, or should we just go for those 2? So that's basically my advice and my opinion on this topic, and I wanted to share it because I think this is important. Now, if you can afford to build another hero to Supreme Plus, after you have Freestro Supreme Plus, Twin Supreme Plus, and Reinier Mythic Plus, then I think the 4th one should be Harak. There's no question about that, because Harak will help you in Dream Realm, and he's also a stall breaker in PvP. On offense, he's good, even on defense in a Graveborn, like Sylvina, Nuke Comp, I like him a lot. So I think that Harak is your number 4. Now, as for the other heroes, Cele, Cryonaya, these are other heroes people want to build eventually. However, I don't know, it really depends on how much you're willing to spend on this game, because for free-to-play or light spenders, you are not going to be able to build even half of the Celestial Hypogeans in the game. So you have to pick very wisely, and pick a hero which is going to be useful in multiple game modes. Harak is narrow window usable niche, sort of basically for Dream Realm. And he's also good for PvP. Cele is very limited use in Dream Realm. Some pre-endless use, but she didn't have that much this season, to be honest. Sinbad was kind of dominating, especially with the twins. So Cele looks like a bit phased out. And in endless Dream Realm, Cele is hardly used other than Thalassa boss. And even there, you can replace it for something else and get almost the same score. So Cele is basically kicked out of Dream Realm. And for PvP, yeah, Cele is good. But like, you don't want to just build a hero purely for PvP if you are a light spender player, right? And you want it to be useful in both. And Scarlita is just bad. Scarlita is so bad. She's not good. Like, the thing is, she actually has negative value for your team at the beginning, because you basically are 1 unit down at the beginning of the fight, and then she comes out and she has to kill things, but like your team needs to be able to survive for long enough for her to actually deal her true damage when she descends, and that is the issue. So I don't like Scarlita anymore. I'm just not a fan of her. Basically I made a bad investment into Scarlita. I thought that she was going to be fairly future proof, but I was very wrong about that. And that's kind of the thing. You don't want to build a hero and then like soon after feel regret because it's not useful really anywhere anymore. So that is why I would hold off. Like, and honestly speaking, from my account, I really think I'm probably never going to build Harak, to be honest, because 2 more Celestial Hypogeans, one of them probably is going to be meta for a Dream Realm, I would imagine. And if not, then around the corner, the next one could be meta. So like, you always kind of have to save a stockpile to be able to go in. Because also, if I'm gonna build Harak like maybe 3 months from now, that's already like 2 months, or that's already like, I don't know, 8 months or 9 months after Harak has actually been released. And that is not a good idea. You should not build a hero which is kind of meta 9 months after release, because that means it's very soon to being out of the meta and being power crap. Like, that's the other thing. Usually the heroes which come later, they're going to have a longer duration of like usability, and then eventually they're going to be crept as well. But anyway guys, those are my opinions and my thoughts about this matter. If you have your own opinions, feel free to share them in the comment section. What are you doing with your Hypogean Celestial priority? What are you currently thinking about building or saving for in the future? But yeah, I think you cannot go wrong by getting Fresto to Supreme Plus, Twins to Supreme Plus, and honestly, even Reinier to Mythic Plus. You see how valuable Reinier is for pre-Endless bosses of Dreamrealm, and even in Endless, he can be a decent option, but he is not really that great in Endless. It's just mainly for the pre-Endless, but... And honestly, that's why even you could pass on Reinier even if you wanted to. Just Fresto and Twins at Supreme Plus and then just save from that point on. That's also a fine strategy. But Reinier really does help in the pre-endless comps. And that's why I like to have Reinier and recommend him still. And also you only need to get him to Mythic Plus, which is 8 copies rather than 14 to Supreme Plus. So anyway guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully this is also helpful for newer players. As for newer players, what my recommendation is that I still think you should build Fresto first because he's like your needed endless damage dealer as of right now. And if you can get him, like, I would get him to Supreme, plus 15 exclusive equipment, and then you can begin building the Twins. There is a strategy to build the Twins first, and that can help you more for AFK stages. You can put some Dreamrealm comps together, but for Endless Dreamrealm, which is the bulk, like the majority of your time in a season, like almost 3 months of the season is just Endless, that is where Fresto is shining, right? And if you don't have Fresto, you're going to be left behind. Just like, for example, if you have the Twins but no Fresto, it's pretty bad for Endless, but if you have Fresto and no Twins, it's much better for you. But for pre-Endless, then Twins are way better than Fresto because Fresto has no use pre-Endless, basically. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Until then, everyone, peace out for now. Thank you for watching. If you guys are not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button. We're on our road to 20,000 subscribers. And also, guys, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. But thank you guys for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.